that resulted in a new felony charge. I don't know whether he actually ended up doing any incarceration time over that or not, but we feel that this is probably a situation where at least he needs to be in treatment, but we're not in a position to do that at this time because of common police court. So we'd ask for a $10,000 cash or surety bond, and we would then want to have a preliminary hearing very quickly. Let's see, the 17th.
When would you want the preliminary?
Well, I think he's been in jail since I'm going to guess the 17th, but maybe not. We need to know.
Mr. Carter, when did you go into jail?
17th. Yes, he was booked on the 17th.
So we could have it next Friday. And in the meantime, we don't have an opposition to Mr. Morford speaking with the Bureau of Community Corrections, trying to pave the way for, if they say, yes, we want him in treatment, we don't have a problem with that. Because I don't know what their plan for him would be.
I'll look at it. I don't think I represent him in that, but I'll see what they've got to say.
Okay.
Well, it's 2 felonies, and we have the common police court situation. What would you be asking for if there wasn't a common police court situation?
Well, we would ask for probably a $10,000 cash or surety bond, but we would be not opposed to that being converted to an OR bond if it was accompanied with a GPS monitoring and residential treatment.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Set the preliminary October 27, 2023 at 10 a.m. $10,000 cash or surety, and if you're able to work with common pleas and get something done, Mr. Morford, you can present that to Judge Capper as soon as possible. And we will hold Mr. Heel to what he said, and that is that he would not oppose the OR bond if common pleas agreed and you got him into somewhere, right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And a GPS one.
Oh, yeah, and the GPS monitor. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Dennis Cook, case number CRA 23637. And the whole case was TRD 164177, TRC 143645 A, B, and C, and TRC 143122 A and B. Jason Turner is on deck.
He says something about PowerPoint.
Is the information of all this? I'll put this real quick from there. State your name, Mr. Cook.
Yes, Cook.
Thank you. Do you have a copy of your complaint there in front of you?
No, sir.
Okay, would you get it, please? The jailer should have it. It was faxed down there at 11:50. Did you ask him?
Yeah, better check right now, sir.
Thank you. Okay, is he still in probation or whatever?
They said they haven't received nothing yet.
Okay.
I have to take this down from the back. I faxed it.
Well, you may want to. I don't know what this guy
I'll fax it.
Okay, Mr. Carter will, or Mr. Cook will recall you.
Okay.
Next in the chair is Justin L. Turner, case number CRA 23638.
That's Jason.
Yes, Jason Turner, excuse me. Jason L. Turner. He may not have his charge yet or not. She's going to recall himself.
Jason, state your name, please. Oh, he doesn't have his headphones on. State your name, please.
Jason Turner?
Do you have your charges in front of you?
No, sir.
Okay. Ask your jailer to get your charges. And we'll,
I need one of my charges. I never received them.
okay.
Okay.
I never received them.
Is Heather Nessel Road here yet?
She's not, she's on her way.
Taylor, how far away is she?
Hang on, I'll find out. There'll be another 15, 20 minutes. That's
It's two different people, it's fax somebody.
Who do we have back there, Justin Turner?
Jailer, if you're listening, the new charges have just been faxed down there for both of those individuals.
He said the new charges have just been faxed for both individuals.
No, that one's 1521.
Okay. This is the one that we first, it's been faxed over, they're waiting to hand it to it, I guess. They haven't handed it to it yet, but they're waiting.
They haven't received the fax yet.
This fax, but
They just faxed it, they said.
What number should it be faxed to?
the same number we faxed every month.
Seven 532 7525.
That's where this has been faxed, so something must be wrong with their fax machine, they need to check it.
I said something must be wrong with y'all's fax machine, you need to check.
Does it show that it went through?
Give you those in on the right one.
Ron's got one.
layer of each one.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Jailer, if you're listening, our fax machine indicates that those faxes did go through to you, so it says that it has been received by your fax machine, so I don't know if there's something wrong with your printer, if it's low on paper, out of paper, whatever, but somebody needs to check it out.
They called on fax, so. So the jailer called, one of them called on his fax.
charged on individuals that we faxed down there, yeah, we faxed them twice. And our fax machine indicates that that it was received by your machine, so the machine's not printed off. And it hasn't been printed by one. Okay, thanks. The jail says that they don't have them yet, Your Honor, and that they're looking at their machine right now and see what's going on, because our machine indicates that it was received by them. Hello? Jailer, do we have any update?
We're ready to go.
You ready to go?
Yes.
Okay. Sir, in the chair of the jail, what's your name? Can you hear me, sir? What's your name? Apparently.
I can hear something now.
Okay,
Hello?
what's your name?
Jason Berger.
All right.
Okay.
All right, you have your charges in front of you, right, Jason?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're in the Lawrence County Municipal Court by video arraignment. You're in the Lawrence County Jail, but you're considered to be in the Lawrence County Municipal Court. You have a right to remain silent. Any statement you do make may be used against you. You have a right to an attorney and one appointed for you if you cannot afford it. You have a right to a continuance to hire a lawyer, a right to bail, a right to a jury trial where the state must prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. The charge on 23-638 is that Jason Lee Turner at Rome Township, Lawrence County, Ohio, on October 18, 2023, did knowingly obtain, possess, or use methamphetamine, a Schedule II controlled substance, in violation of Section 292511AC1A of the Ohio Revised Code, possession of drugs, felony of the 5th degree. Said act occurred in Lawrence County, Ohio, is contrary to Ohio Revised Code 292511AC1A, possession, felony of the 5th degree. Do you understand the charges and the rights that I just gave you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The maximum penalty for a felony of the 5th degree is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12 months, $2,500 fine. Do you want a lawyer to represent you?
If I need one, sir, I don't want to swim it.
Okay. Are you employed?
Yes, sir.
Where do you work?
I ain't at work.
And how much do you make there?
It just depends on the job here lately. We haven't been getting very much out of our equipment. That's like I worked 1 day last week and 2 days the week before, and it's picking up.
So you haven't worked for 2 weeks?
No, yes, I worked last week. I just worked 1 day last week and 2 days the week before.
All right, so you basically haven't made anything for 2 weeks. And
Yes, sir.
I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Okay. Roger Smith. Roger is here in the courtroom and he's heard
Yes.
what we're saying, and so let's go to the issue of bond.
Your Honor, the state would not be opposed to an OR bond if Mr. Turner were also to be ordered to have an evaluation, an assessment, and enter into whatever treatment is recommended by one of the local agencies.
Roger Smith?
Judge, I have no objection to an OR bond with the evaluation. Mr. Turner, how do you pay for medical services? Do you have a medical card?
Yes, sir.
Is it an Ohio medical card?
Yes, sir.
And I don't know, I'm assuming anybody can.
Does he still live in Crown City?
Yeah, are you still in Crown City?
Yes, sir.
How long have you lived in Crown City?
Basically my whole life.
Okay. So you're local, so to speak.
Yes, sir.
When do you want the preliminary?
He was brought in on the 18th, I believe, so it could be next Friday.
All right,
I'm here next Friday.
October 27th, 2023, at 10 o'clock for preliminary, $10,000 OR bond, and Bethesda's would do that for us, right?
Yes.
Okay, so,
If I could just get his cell phone number when he's not in jail so I can speak with him before next Friday. Do you have a cell phone, Mr. Turner?
Yes, sir. I don't have it on me.
Do you know the number to it?
No, sir.
Well, if I can have the jailers listen, if they could give him my telephone number, you can call my secretary Monday and we'll set up a time we can talk.
so he'll be released today, but he needs to...
304, oh,
I
sorry.
want to make something clear for Mr. Turner so he understands. When he comes back to court next Friday, we want to see that he has been assessed by, I guess Bethesda's going to be the one to talk to him, and whatever it is that they determine he needs, that he starts doing that. We have the capacity to decide to leave this felony case here in this court, and maybe he would never face a conviction of any kind if he was successful in treatment.
She's going to
Now,
call the jail.
he also has the option of saying, no, I'm not guilty of anything, in which case his case could go to the grand jury and on to the common pleas court. So if he feels the need to get treatment, this is the time to do it and not have, maybe keep himself from having the consequence of the case going to the common pleas court, where it would be a felony and he could risk prison. So we'd rather have him cooperate in this. Now, I'll also say that I've reviewed what I believe to be his entire criminal history and don't see any reason at this point why we wouldn't leave it here. But if there's something I don't know that's going on with him, I might have to take it to the grand jury anyway. But I believe that his best move is to seek the treatment and come back on Friday with some news about the fact that he's done that.
All right, Roger, you tell him what you want him to do.
Yes, well, you agreeable doing that, having the assessment done, getting enrolled in treatment, Mr. Turner?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because Taylor from Bethesda is here. She's going to call up just as soon as we finish your courtroom appearance. But what I need to do is give the jailer there my phone number so you can call Monday and we can talk about the case before Friday. Is he got right there beside you? Got a pencil or pen?
He's ready.
Okay, 304-697-2400. And call me Monday, but they're going to call you up to Bethesda to do that evaluation to hopefully get you out of jail, and I'll see you next Friday, but I'll talk to you before Friday.
Okay.
That's all I have,
All
Judge.
right, $10,000 OR bond.
Yes.
The next hearing is the 27th day of October, 2023 at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank
State of
you.
Ohio versus Dennis Cook, case numbers CRA 23637 and old cases PRD 164177, TRC 143645 A, B, and C, and TRC 143122 A and B.
Thank you. State your name, Mr. Cook. Do you have a copy of your complaint and summons in front of you?
Yes, sir.
All right. You're in the Lawrence County Municipal Court pursuant to a video arraignment. You have a right to remain silent. Any statement you do say may be used against you. You have a right to an attorney and one appointed for you if you cannot afford it. You have a right to a continuance to hire a lawyer. You have a right to bail or bond. You have a right to a jury trial where the state must prove your charges beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand these rights?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, here's your case, your complaint, 23637. It says that in Rome Township, Lawrence County, Ohio, on October 18, 2023, that you, Dennis Cook, knowingly obtained, possessed, or used a controlled substance or a controlled substance analog, and said drug involved is a compound mixture, preparation, or substance included in Schedule 1 or 2, methamphetamine. The amount of said drug equals or exceeds the bulk amount, but less than 5 times the bulk amount, to wit, 6 grams, in violation of Section 2925-11AC1B of the Ohio Revised Code, aggravated possession of drugs, felony of the 3rd degree. Said act occurred in Lawrence County, Ohio, was contrary to Ohio Revised Code 2925-11AC1B, aggravated possession of drugs. Do you understand those charges?
Yes, sir.
Possible consequences are 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12 months, $2,500 fine. Do you want a lawyer to represent you?
Yes, sir.
Are you employed?
Not right now, I'm self-employed. I was just started helping Jason Turner there do floors and stuff through A&A, but like he said, we're not working very much with equipment breaking down and stuff.
Okay. Have you made any money in the past couple of weeks?
Very little, yeah.
And where did you work before this?
I was self-employed. I do mechanic work and construction work on the side.
How much have you made so far this year?
I'll have to go back out and do it on there this year.
Give me an estimate.
It'd be less than 35. I'd say less than 25. Less than 25, I'd say.
How many children do you have?
I have one. Well, I have 2, but one's 19 now, so
Okay.
he lives in.
So you haven't
Seattle.
worked it for the past 2 weeks, is that right?
I've helped Jason Turner there do the floors there last week, and we worked one night and broke down, our equipment broke down, so not really.
Okay. I'm going to appoint Attorney Warren in Morford to represent you. He's here in the courtroom right now.
Okay.
Let's talk about the issue of bond. Start off with Mr. Heald.
Your Honor, I'm reviewing his criminal history. His name is Dennis Cook. do notice here, Your Honor, that he's wanted for failure to appear in Gallia County. I don't know if the court got anything on that. At least that's what it appears.
We have 3 failures to appear here.
Yes, we had a warrant on, case DRD 164177.
And 14-364-3645, and
And it was issued on 4/21/17.
Oh, that's from this court?
Yes.
there's 3 warrants, all 4/21/17. And he's on probation, 3 charges.
All right, so we would ask for a $2,500 cash or surety bond.
Mr. Morford?
Mr. Cook, is that something that you can afford? It'll cost you about $250 to a bail bondsman.
Maybe, I don't know about the right minute, but I don't think, I don't have to check.
Well, it's going to be hard, well, probably impossible to get you an OR bond if you had 3 failures to appear. When you're doing court, you need to be there, period.
I understand.
I don't know that you do. If you got 3 warrants, or you cannot fail to abide by a court order, period.
Right.
So whatever this judge tells you, or any judge tells you, you have to obey.
Your Honor, if he would make bond, we'd like a condition also that he seek treatment between now and when we come back to court.
I'll take that myself.
All right. First of all, I'm not going to go any lower than what Mr. Hill suggested. In fact, I'll stick with that. I would have gone a lot higher, but if Mr. Hill is happy with it, then I am too. No, I'm not really, but $2,500 cash or surety. Preliminary hearing 10/27/23 at 10 o'clock. And that's all of your cases. You've got 3 warrants. So if you get out, well, as someone said earlier, if Mr. Sowers writes you a bond, you'll be here.
Your Honor, that recommendation was just taking into account this current charge. The fact that he's got 3 other cases here from prior times, are those still pending, or are those review cases, or?
He's on probation on 3 cases, and he owes a bunch of money, I think.
Well, then we probably need to reconsider the request for a bond. We'd leave it up to the court, but we agree it should be more than what we originally requested.
I think we said 20, though. Is that?
2,500 is what I said.
I know that's what you said, but I thought I heard Judge Hall say 20,000.
Oh, did you?
Did I say that?
No.
I'm hearing things.
Yeah, he owes over 1,000 in fines and costs, and you've never met him, have you, Josh?
No,
So
sir.
how long have you been community service?
5 years.
So he hasn't been here in 5 years. 12 hours on that one. No hours on that one. No hours on that one. So it's over $1,000. Anything else, Mr. Morford?
Did you set 10,000 as a bond, Judge?
Yes, 10,000. 10,000 cash or surety. Your hearing is 10/27/23 at 10 o'clock, October 27th, 2023 at 10 o'clock. We'll see you then. Get to see Judge Capper.
John, I'll finish your jail with
Taylor,
Yes.
what's the ETA on the next person? She's here? Great.
State of Ohio versus Heather Nesselrode, case number CRA 23639A and B, and CRB 23640.
Josh, see if Mr. Morford wants to have our. Yeah, please call.
Is it from the last room? Because the guy that was with him, that was his. I don't know. I just know that. Okay, maybe. Yeah, I didn't know.
Nesselrode?
Yes.
State your name, please.
Heather Nesselrode?
Twenty-three, 639, A, B, and C. I've asked Mr. Morford to sit here and hopefully participate in what we're doing. He's a lawyer, and I think you're going to need one. Well, let's start off with this. Are you employed?
No.
Okay. Do you have any source of income?
No.
Well, very likely, Mr. Morford's going to be your lawyer, and he's sitting here listening to this case.
Okay.
She's actually on an ankle monitor through common pleas. She has a pending charge there as well.
Who is it?
Her.
Who's
Me.
the lawyer?
Who's your lawyer?
Meadows, Gene Meadows.
He doesn't really participate in this court very often.
Okay, well, we'll stick with Mr. Morford.
Okay.
Now, Josh, you handed her copies of the summons and complaint, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Taylor,
Yes.
is she with you on that case for common pleas that's already pending?
Yes, she is. And we took her Wednesday, so her time will start effective Wednesday. That was when I got her out of jail. She has an ankle monitor as well.
Yes.
You have a right to counsel, one appointed for you. If you cannot afford it, you're going to have a lawyer here in a minute. You have a right to bond or bail. You don't need to make any statement. Any statement you do make may be used against you. The state must prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. And I'll go over the possible consequences here in a minute. On the A charge, it states that Heather Nesselrode at Fayette Township, Lawrence County, Ohio, on October 16, 2023, did knowingly obtain, possess, or use methamphetamine as Schedule II controlled substance in violation of Section 292511AC1A of the Ohio Revised Code, possession of drugs. Said act occurred in Lawrence County, Ohio, is contrary to Ohio Revised Code 292511AC1A, possession of drugs, felony of the 5th degree. Second charge is that Heather Nesselrode at Fayette Township, Lawrence County, Ohio, on October 16, 2023, did knowingly obtain, possess, or use a controlled substance or controlled substance analog, and said drug involved is a fentanyl-related compound or a compound mixture, preparation, or substance containing a fentanyl-related compound, or is a combination of fentanyl-related compound and any other controlled substance, an amount less than the bulk amount, violation of 292511 AC 11A of the Ohio Revised Code, possession of a fentanyl-related compound, felony of the 5th degree in Lawrence County, Ohio. On those two charges, the possible consequences are 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or 12 months, $2,500 fine. Now, the third charge, 640. Heather Nesselrode at Fayette Township, Lawrence County, Ohio, on October 16, 2022, did knowingly obtain, possess, or use a controlled substance. To wit, one strip identified as buprenorphine, when the drug involved is a compound mixture, preparation or substance including Schedule III, in violation of Section 292511 AC2A of the Ohio Revised Code, possession of controlled substance, misdemeanor of the 1st degree in Lawrence County, Ohio. Misdemeanor of 1st degree in Lawrence County, Ohio. Possible consequences, $1,000 fine, 6 months in jail. And you did tell me you wanted a lawyer, right?
Yes.
On the misdemeanor, we'll enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Now, you told me you are unemployed, right?
Correct?
No source of income.
Correct.
And I'm going to appoint Attorney Warren N. Morford to represent you, and he's standing beside you right now. Now, tell me her current situation.
So she was a previous client with us through QRT. She took off against staff advice. She was rearrested, and Judge Finley placed her back into our care because she has a possession charge in common pleas.
So she's residing at Bethesda right now?
She is. She's in residential treatment. We being monitored through common pleas with an ankle monitor.
All right, now, are you familiar with all this, Mr. Hill?
Well, I'm catching up, Your Honor, and I looked at the docket from county court, and I don't know if I'll get an answer to this today, but she pled guilty to a possession charge in common police court this past Wednesday, the 18th, but this charge happened on the 16th, so I don't know exactly whether they knew that at the time, because I believe she was placed on ILC.
She was placed, so she was through QRT, and then she left and was gone for a period of time, and she got picked up again. So I guess this charge happened. It looks like they stated that she had an arrest warrant when they ran her name. So this charge happened when she got arrested on the the QRT violation.
But had she been indicted already, though, even though
Yes.
she was on QRT?
Yes, it had already, QRT, that it had been waived from felony court to QRT.
I
You have
see.
Gene and
I see.
Common Pleas.
Well, anyway,
She's
so
represented by Gene and Common Pleas.
we don't have an opposition for her to remain where she's at, and she's on electronic monitoring. And in this case, given the fact that she's already in common police court, then we'll probably go ahead and send this over to the grand jury. I don't think it's going to compound her problem necessarily, unless, I can't be sure about that. I don't know what the story is on that. But for now, we're okay with an OR bond and her being ordered to remain where she is in treatment.
And set preliminary hearing and pretrial? A week
Yes.
from today?
Yes, Your Honor.
10, 27, 23, 10 o'clock. 2 preliminaries, 1 pretrial. Mr. Morford, do you have anything to say before I grant a $10,000 OR bond and allow her to remain at Bethesda on electronic monitoring?
No, thank you, Judge. I'm
All
good.
right. That's what we're going to do. Preliminary hearing and pretrial, 10, 27, 23, at 10 o'clock. a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Court's adjourned.
Hallelujah.